We all know that the way politics works is incrementally more and more liberal agendas will be brought in and more Republican agendas. It's about prioritizing and making compromises, right? Do you think the gays are ever going to give up their push? No. They will incrementally bring in more homosexuality. I think we all see that. We can all agree. You need to think about the solution aspect of the problem solution more. I see conspiracy theorists going on and on about the problem, which is fine. But half of these people, at least, more like 99% of them, are government shells trying to do things in a way that they bring in their solution. There's some Asians trying to bring in a Buddhist solution. There's a white supremacist trying to bring in a kind of white militia-guided, revolution movement. So let's look at this thing, shall we? Let's look at the left. The left is particularly pernicious the way they do things because they go way out of their way to present themselves as the experts and the ones who care, and to present the Republicans as ignorant rednecks and greedy corporate crooks. So for the same reason in the problem solution situation, we worry about the solution more, is the same reason we have to worry about the liberals. The liberal solution to societal ills is to take away the revolutionaries' gun rights, okay? So now he's in a position where either he's going to, because what happens, right? He thinks in a way that society doesn't like. Society eventually says, are you okay? And a little bitch shit like that. One way or another, they get him to see a shrink or something. He gets his first diagnosis. He's in the system. There's no way out. After that, they provoke you and say, hey, have you ever been diagnosed before? Cops will look at you with like a smirk on their face with a kind of playing stupid attitude just to show you that they're racist and and they're not stupid, but they're going to make you do it their way. So they're like, oh, have you ever been diagnosed? Like a complete white, like you want to kill them. This is why cops get killed all the time. And no, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for any cops who died. There's no such thing as a good cop. I promise you that. There's just a cop who comes off as more square that they use for press conferences. There is no such thing as a good cop. That's like saying there's a good demon. Cops are worldly. They enforce for this world. Name one instance where they made an exception for true Christian gospel without white militia or white nationalist ulterior motives. Never, ever. So what's going to happen is more white supremacy and more liberal philosophy will come in. Eventually they will decide that Christianity is too black of a religion anyway, and that they want to go with Buddhism. And so the white racists on the right will unite with the left eugenicists eventually. This is their plan. And they'll take away guns from anyone who wants to resist them. And if that person acquires guns, it's going to be from a gang member in a secret society or a commie revolutionary in a secret society or something. They'll sabotage that person's guns. The cops will come for them, and they'll fucking kill that person. I've seen it happen before. Read about I've heard about it. Read about the Black Panthers. They'll come and they'll kill that person. What they don't tell you is part of the reason the Black Panthers didn't fire a shot in the shootout, okay, was because their guns were sabotaged. Now, who had the guns afterwards? Ask yourself. It was the police. Black Freemasons gave the black people who actually wanted to fight back sabotage guns. And when the police came and they knew when they were going to come to kill them, those Masons weren't around. To make a long story short, and those black people were killed. I challenge you to prove that wrong. You can't. That's what happened. Okay? And that is their protocol. Okay? This person, if he thinks violently and he doesn't accept our controlled mental health solution and go to a mental health program and meet a Buddhist or something like that in a mental health program, become their friend, go work at a job with liberals who will influence them as well. If they do not do it this way that we have assigned to them, psych ward, mental hospital, outpatient services, and so on, and seeing a psychiatrist every other week, and taking these eugenic pills while we soft kill them. If they do not let us soft kill them in the name of white supremacy, then we apply the other white racists in the police force to kill them when the liberals on the left, the blacks, have supplied them with a sabotaged firearm, and their heart swells up with righteous indignation. Any questions? So the solution for the New World Order is to have a bunch of slutty, attractive psychologists, their family members, and their networks indoctrinate you with New Age philosophy in the form of Buddhism, etc. These are all paths that lead to Masonry. Ever heard this the saying, all roads lead to Rome? That is not a saying that somebody said with a smile on their face. That is a saying that a racist white, Ashkenazi Jew, with his Roman friends beside him, said extreme with a satanic look in his eyes to a very humble, poor Christian man. He said, no, you will not have the true gospel. All roads will lead to pagan and Zionist-controlled Rome. Think about it. Those of you who missed the symbolism of Rihanna being Eminem's therapist in the Monster video, whatever it's called, she is a black woman with a white materialistic philosophy who has assimilated well into white culture, who is going to suck a white dick instead of a black one, and having a black philosophy. Okay? Say that's not the symbolism. And just Google. Everyone knows Hollywood is all Illuminati. I mean, that picture by itself, I shouldn't have to say anything else. I shouldn't have to say anything. No one should be supporting them. Psychiatry should have no patients and no workers.